We are going over what happened in the Thanksgiving Day games as well as our Sunday deep dive for Week 12. Remember, subscribers get entered into a signed jersey giveaway, and don't forget to like. Somewhere in this video is a code word. First one to comment that code word will be entered into a free entry into the Galladay signed helmet you see here. Let's get this party started. So, gentlemen, any thoughts on Thursday games?
Ugh. Both of them were atrocious.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Lions?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or both games in general?
Both games in general.
Makes you sad that Pittsburgh couldn't play, because that would have probably been a better game.
Yeah, that would have been the game of the day.
Yeah, I think we've been kind of talking about the Lions for a while now. We kind of saw this cliff coming. I think it's here.
Yep, I've officially jumped off that Lions bandwagon.
Well, I was never really on it, but they have potential. They just can never get it together.
I really thought they were going to be better than what they are.
I did at the beginning of the year.
I think
there was a few times I said I believe Detroit was better than Minnesota. I'm taking that shit back
today.
Now.
At this point in time, the Lions are 31st ranked in my book. I don't see many teams being unable to beat them at this point.
Oh, the Cowboys can't beat them.
Point.
It's close. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cowboys are 31. They're 30.
Cowboys couldn't beat themselves out of wet toilet paper right now.
Oh. Could they beat the Jets?
I don't think so.
The Jets might be unbeatable at this point.
All they got to do is run the ball. Give it to Perrine. Perrine's freaking gone.
Perrine's out. IR.
He can still get rack up yards against Cowboys right now. He can do it with one leg.
Yeah, no, it's sad to see Perrine. They did play him, and he just got hurt. It's sad to say. I think Washington did about what we thought they'd do.
But, the Cowboys defense being as bad, Gibson just had a field day with them.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to get Gibson. I mentioned it about 4 or 5 weeks ago that I liked him. PFF.
There you go.
There I go. PFF now has him the second ranked rookie running back in pure touch grade. He's really good.
He looked fantastic.
He's on Washington. It kind of hurts him in a lot of different ways. But I think he's a real deal. It is what it is. I think the Texans did about what I thought. They played pretty well.
Yeah, they played good, got out early, and just really kept their foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, so do you think the Cowboys fire their coach?
They should.
1 year in.
But Jerry Jones got it in his head that that's going to be his guy. And Jones don't like admitting when he made a mistake. I've been on the Cowboys sites on Facebook, and the fans have already turned on him.
I think if they do,
they're saying he's worse than Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I think if they do fire him, someone like the Jets will go hire him. Pat Fitzgerald from Northwestern is probably going to go somewhere in the NFL. I bring that up because there's a lot of people that are losing their job at this point. Lions are going to be without a coach. Cowboys are going to be without a coach. Jets are going to be without a coach. There's a lot of teams. And I think this is probably my favorite at this point in time.
No, I see the Jets going after Harbaugh.
I could see that.
Let's give Jim Harbaugh another shot. That's how messed up the Jets are.
I wouldn't hate that.
Oh, dude, that'd be awful.
O'Brien needs a job.
Well, the reason I say I wouldn't hate that is because his brother has a lot of success. And I know he's thinking, I only got one more shot at this. I think he just goes to family Thanksgiving and says, hey, well, you see that notebook there a little bit. I will say this about the Jets. Douglas looked like he did a really good draft. We don't have any named people. But if you watch the Jets, which not a lot of people will because they're terrible, these young players playing really well. I would think just about every single person picked looks good. I mean, yeah, you can say Becton looks good. You can say Perrine looked good. But I mean, some of the other guys, I mean, there are only 2 people going to the Pro Bowl, or at least bidded right now, are both rookies. Granted, one's a punter. But
he's had a lot of work this year.
I like Bryce Hall. I like that Ashton Davis safety. I like a lot of the people they picked. So if you give Joe Douglas a lot of picks, maybe he can get talent on this team. I don't know. I just don't want Adam Gase anymore. I don't know why we spent so much time on this.
That's the game we're talking about now. Miami, New York.
Is it?
Yeah. I thought it was
Dolphins,
a perfect segue. Just segued right into
Dolphins, New York. So I'll go right into my Homer tangent after that one.
Oh, that wasn't your Homer tangent?
That wasn't my Homer.
Oh, okay.
Sam Darnold is loved in a locker room. People came to play because he was there, including Adam Gase. He has a lot of respect from the players. He's been shysted, and he's probably out of a job. From rumors, I think this locker room wants to win a game to spite the organization not getting that first round pick for Sam Darnold. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if they have enough talent. But Darnold hasn't played up to his potential, but this team hasn't played up to its potential. They've had a couple good weeks now together with Flacco playing like garbage. I don't know. I think the players play harder this game than they played all year. I think Sam Darnold comes back. His future's on the line. I think they win. I wouldn't even. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the Jets to win. Forget the points. Straight up, give me the odds. I think this is a good narrative that I can see playing out.
It could. I don't see it playing out. I think the Dolphins are just a better team with Darnold come back. I like Darnold. I think they're a better team with Darnold, but his first week back in how long?
It's been a few weeks.
A few weeks. And even before that, he came back for one or two and then it was out again.
His rookie year, he missed 5 games, came back at the end of the season.
But did he get consistent weeks?
But it seems to me like he gets hurt and then he comes back really good, like panic mode. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just not going to put him up that high that quickly.
I just like the narrative. I think he's a good football player. I still believe in Sam Darnold. I've said it before on the show. If he goes to another team, I'm going to be very hard pressed to be a Jets fan and not a Darnold fan. I might follow him wherever he goes. If he goes to the Patriots, God forbid, I might be a Patriots fan. And no Patriots fans can get mad at that because I'm joining the fandom now. Not Super Bowl era. I hated them.
You come aboard.
Come aboard
become
now.
A Patriots fan. You're welcome.
I think I might be. I don't know. I'm a masochist, I guess. I have to stay with the Jets and just get pummeled year in and year out. But 24-20 is the way I see it playing out.
I think that's nice of you to just give up a win like that and help Alex and I get a little closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's going to win this one 28-20. I'm going to take Miami, give away the points.
You guys aren't that far.
Yeah, I'm going to take Miami 31-21. Miami taking the points, but you're not even taking the points. You're just taking them to win.
You're just taking them flat out.
That's
just
win.
Wrong.
Well, because they're either going to win outright or they're going to lose by 12. Something like that. There's really no reason to take the points. If you're going to bet on the Jets, they're either going to play and win this game or they're just not going to play. Okay, next up, Arizona Cardinals, New England Patriots. Patriots are only getting 1.
Yeah, move down.
They get good all of a sudden?
I mean, they can. I don't know if they did. I mean,
was there a major injury that we wasn't aware of?
Murray got hurt last Thursday, so he's had 10 days to heal from that shoulder injury. So it shouldn't affect him that much unless they're just keeping it a little hush-hush. But other than that, there's not really any injuries. Fitzgerald's out, but that wasn't a big piece.
No.
I don't think the Patriots can cover.
I don't think they can.
I don't think they can. I've been saying
they didn't cover 1.
I don't think they can win this game. No, I don't. And this is a pick'em. It's not a spread. It's a pick'em game.
At one point, yeah.
There's really no reason to lose. I've been saying this since week 1, and I want to bring it up because I got the stats in front of me just last week. Edmonds impressed again. He's a better running back. He turned 8 touches into 92 yards and a touchdown. Kenyon Drake, the beloved Kenyon Drake, had 19 carries and had 62 yards.
He's beloved.
Everybody loved Kenyon Drake. Oh, yeah, he's a high running back 1. Everybody was cuckoo preseason. And I took Edmonds everywhere in like the last round because he's a better running back. Yeah, he doesn't have the financial backing because they had paid Edmonds or Drake a lot. But let's see how long. Let's see how long this touch disparity continues.
It's very little. Or at least the snap count is. The touches are more in Drake's favor.
Oh, yeah, let's see how long that happens. Because from week 1 to now, it's been a huge difference in just efficiency. Edmonds is way better at just running the ball. Everybody knew he'd be the passing down guy. I think he should be everything. But I don't know how many times he's got to prove that to the organization in the world. But once again, I think Edmonds will do better than Drake. This game, not a great matchup for him. Not going to kill it, but just wanted to point that out. I have this game 27-24 Cardinals. As long as Murray's good. Everybody says he's good.
He should be.
Shoulder's good.
I say that's where I'm worried too. I mean, I've got it Arizona 27-17. But again, I'm hoping Murray's good.
The reason I'm worried is because it's a shoulder. And I'm going to relate this. I'm going to relate this to Sam Darnold. He hurt his shoulder. And the whole argument is Murray's fine. He played every snap afterwards. So did Darnold. And then he missed 5 weeks. So they might just be saying, hey, he's good. And maybe he's not.
So now I feel like the Patriots are going to win this game.
I think he plays through it this game, but you'll find out at the end of this game how bad his shoulder is.
Yeah, or during.
Because he should go back onto the injury report and take it easy for another week.
Well, but I'm sure he's been throwing during practice.
He started throwing Friday.
Well, I'm sure he told them, yeah, I should be good to go or I shouldn't be.
Yeah, it should be.
Problem is in practice, though, they don't hit the quarterback.
You just can't trust these coaches.
You don't know if he takes another pop of that shoulder during the game. He might only be in a quarter. I don't know.
Yeah, that might. I mean, Hopkins is really the only thing that they have out there on the outside. That's their best weapon by far. And that's the one thing that the Patriots do is take away your number one weapon. You take away Hopkins. I mean, yeah, you have that ground game. That's really good.
But is that not bad, though?
No, he's not bad, but he should see J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson's been pretty good. With Gilmore still back, he's a great number 2 to have. So with that, I think the Patriots will win 24-21.
Well, you just said you don't think you could cover.
I changed.
You've taken the pass.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm be a homer.
I have it close. I can see it happening. Did you say yours, Joe?
I did.
You did? Say it again.
I think Arizona wins this one 27-17 as long as Kyler Murray plays the game.
10 points is a lot.
That was a lot.
Yeah, but New England sucks. I've already done my rants on Cam Newton. I told y'all how I feel about the non-quarterback Cam Newton.
You throw your fingers up at me. Next game.
Dude, I can't do that because I'll freaking blow up your computer.
All I did was tip your water bottle off the table.
And I can't tip over your cup.
Carolina Panthers, Minnesota Vikings. Panthers getting 3.5. Caffrey's out, as well as 3 offensive linemen. That hurts.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to take the Panthers to win outright, but I think they're going to struggle. I don't like the Vikings, but I think they just fit well against this team. I think Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore both have good games just because they're going to get a bunch of short screen, quick passes because they're not going to have a lot of time in a pocket. So they might rack up a bunch of catches. They should be good starts. I think they can cover, but it's gonna hurt. Three offensive linemen hurts any team. The Vikings are gonna have a very strong running game. That's probably gonna carry them through a victory to this. I have it 27-24 Vikings.
Yeah, I have it 28-24 Vikings, and I think Cook is just going to lead the way for this team. He has for the last few weeks, and I don't see it stopping against the Panthers, really. I think they'll beat that spread.
Next game, Browns, Jaguars. Jaguars are getting 7. Ward is out, so I think Chark will play fine. Robinson was beloved all year. He's the guy came out of nowhere, did great. I kind of hinted on this last week, but he's got one of the hardest remaining schedules for a running back. for fantasy. So you got this guy. He did good for you. You gotta have to ride him out, but he's gonna start slowing down. I think this game's fine. He'll do all right in it. I think the Browns are just a better team. They do have line issues. They may struggle at times, but they can put together drives and win this game. I have it 27-17 Browns.
Wow. I got Cleveland winning at 28-20. There's just too many good offensive weapons right now in Cleveland.
I'm going to take the Browns to win this. I'll take them 24-17. I'll have them covered at 7. Just with Mike Glennon as the quarterback, I don't trust him at all.
No.
Yeah, I think Chark will still be okay. Laviska Shenault is kind of banged up. He might play. I don't necessarily think he's going to have a huge game. Titans, Colts. Titans getting 3. Colts are one of the healthiest teams in the league, and I think Pittman come on real good. He looks like he's the future there on offense. He's a long-term wide receiver. One, I like him a lot. I like him this game, and I like him in fantasy, and I would be getting him now while he's relatively cheap. He's had 3 monster games in the last 5 weeks, and it's going to get harder and harder to get this guy. I don't know if the Titans will be able to throw the ball against these Colts. They're not the best throwing team. They're a good throwing team, but they rely on Henry, and the Colts defense, I think, is going to slow them down just enough. I have it 24-20 Colts.
Well, if I remember correctly, the last time they played, they kind of avoided playing Henry. I mean, they played him, but they didn't really utilize him as that bell cow back that they're going to smash every play and then go down the field, get a touchdown. I don't feel like they used him like that in the Colts game. They tried to throw more to beat him that way.
And it didn't work for him.
Yeah, it didn't. Right? It was bad.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd lean on Henry a little more, even though I still don't see Henry getting 100 yards in this game, though. That defense is stout.
There's multiple reasons for that, though. Coaches either script something or during the game, they change what they're doing. I think
they just had a bad script for that one.
I think early in the seasons, I think in general.
It was only 2 weeks ago.
The Titans want to throw the ball. In general. They want to be a throwing team. And they're just not good unless Henry's running the ball. I think they're finding success through the air because Henry's a monster. And they keep forgetting that. Like we say it every year. I don't understand. When Henry runs the ball, they have 42% more wins when he's over 4.5 yards a carry.
All right,
they just don't want to run the ball. They want to throw it. I think it's the wrong move.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it is. And if they do run, they have the chance to win. I think it's a lot better than throwing, but I'm not sure if they do. I'm going to take the Colts 24-21, but I have the Titans covering.
Yeah, I mean, if they just give them the carries, I think the Titans could beat any team in the league. Potentially. They just don't.
Yeah, I got the Colts winning at 21-20. I think Tennessee covers the points. So could possibly even win the game. There is a slight chance they could win.
Yeah, I'm the only one to say the Colts can go over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, Giants-Bengals. Bengals getting 6.
Poor Bengals.
Yeah. Without Burrow.
Now they're out without Burrow. Their season's done.
Yeah.
Give them the number 3 pick in the draft.
Without Burrow, they still played well. But they're a bad team, and they just get worse without them. The Giants are starting to find their groove. Finally.
I think the Giants, honestly, I believe they're the best team in the NFC East right now. I can see them winning the East.
They're turning it on right now.
Because the Eagles, I mean, obviously the Cowboys are a dumpster fire. The Washington's up and down each week. Philadelphia can't seem to find their groove. The Giants are clicking at the right time. I think it's their division to take.
Yeah. They're only a half game back, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Giants have a lot of issues on defense, mostly age-related. But I think their offense is starting to come together finally. So I have it 24-13.
Yeah, I have it 28-23. I think the Giants will cover that spread.
I don't have a quite high scoring, but I got the Giants winning at 17-10. Give the points.
Next game, Chargers, Bills. Chargers are getting 4. That's kind of weird, in my opinion. I'm not a huge Bills fan. I think they're overinflated, but I mean, the Chargers should be getting more than 4.
Well, the Bills are coming off a bye, but I feel like teams this year coming off bye have underperformed in those weeks.
The Chargers, historically speaking, do that. Chargers are a party team. Their fans will tell you.
Well,
if they come off the bye,
more than just them, though.
John Brown is out, so I like Diggs a little more. I have a question for you, though. Is Singletary starting to lose his touches to Moss?
It seems like it's leaning that way.
I always kind of saw Moss as the lead guy. Just at some point, it was going to flip.
Yeah, it's starting to look like Singletary might turn into the Frank Gore, the short yardage goal line guy, and they're kind of looking at Moss being the all-around dude.
That's what it seems like. Like, they start off Singletary here, Moss here, then as the season goes, it's slowly flipping the script.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's something to look for. I think Moss is a good hold. I'd probably sell Singletary if I could get value out of him, because even if he's the guy, the potential isn't worth
with
the
Josh
weight.
Allen there.
Right.
Yeah.
So take that how you want. I think the Chargers aren't a bad team. I think the Bills are overrated a little bit. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think the Chargers are good enough to get around that defense that hasn't played up to their potential. And I think the Bills are good. I'm going to take 28-27, close shootout type game. Bills to win, Chargers to cover.
I got the Bills. Bills are going to win at 31-24. Give the points. Chargers don't cover. But I still think it's going to be a better game than what that score is going to end up being.
Yeah, I'm with Joe. I have the Bills 31-24. I think the Bills are going to cover. I just now realized it's the same score.
All three of us took the over on that game.
No, you said Chargers cover.
Yeah, the over. Took the over
yes,
on
we
the
did.
game.
Yes, we did. Okay. Hey.
Next game.
The
Raiders, Falcons. Falcons are getting 3. This over-under is 55.5. That's a monster game.
I mean, yeah, I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah.
DFS is going to load up on this game. I can see it. Falcons defense isn't very good, but I don't know if it scores 55.5. It's down to 53. Original line was 55.5. Still, 53 is a lot. I'm not saying they can't get there. It's just this is the highest game of the slate. If you wanted to start fantasy people on DFS or whatever, this is a game to load up on. The only one outside of the obvious is I still like Gage. Still like Gage. I like him more next year as like a fantasy hold because I don't know how much time Julio has left. And when Julio's gone, he's a solid wide receiver too.
I don't know if he would be a solid two. He's had his best games when John was in there as the 3.
Yeah, I'm just saying I like him. He's 23 years old. He's showing a lot. I like him for the future. Other than that, this game...
Problem is, though, the way the Falcons have been playing, their low records, they're going to end up getting a guy in the draft that's going to be the next Julio. And Gage will still stay at number 3 if he stays there.
I got a funny way of looking at the Falcons. And I didn't like him early in the season. I was a little late to the party to say they were good when they got good. And I kind of think this is what happened. I think they got Todd Gurley and they tried to use him too much. I think they tried to put too much of the game plan into Todd Gurley that they got away from who they were. And now we're getting into part of the season where Todd Gurley can't do the things he could do, and they're just throwing more. I think that's better who they are. Matt Ryan is better than his stat line, especially last week. Didn't have a great week last week. I think the Raiders are a much better team. I think the Falcons are playing much better right now. So I can see this turning into a crazy shootout point, crazy game. I have it 34-28 Raiders. That's 62 points. that's a ridiculous amount. It should not reach that high amount. It's just how I have it.
I've got a ridiculous amount up there. I'm not as high as you. I got Vegas winning it 31-27. I don't think the Falcons cover.
Yeah, I have a 31-28 Raiders. It's right on that 3, but I'm going to take the Raiders cover that 3.
Matt has another one of them shootout games like they've had quite a few times this year.
Right.
And they're going to wind up on the short end of the stick again.
All 3 of us favor the Raiders.
Okay. Which means Falcons are going to win.
Next game, Niners-Rams. Niners getting 6.5. It's 44.5 over under. Everyone likes the Niners, but they're just not here this year. They can play however they want to play. They're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
They're hurting themselves every game they win.
Yeah.
The Rams are a much better team. And I really like the offense that the Rams are putting on the field. They've really gotten away from running the ball that I think the running back in general is irrelevant. Yeah, they put up fantasy points, but this team is really good at 2 things: stopping the pass and passing the ball. They're really good at those 2 things. I have this an easy win, 28-16 Rams. I gave the Niners 16 points out of respect. This very well could be like a 21-7 game.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have it that close. I have the Rams 30-17. Yeah, they're just a way better team. San Francisco's missing way too much. It's not their year.
San Francisco's been missing a lot, but they're still finding ways to stay in these games. I got the Rams winning it 24-20, but I think the Niners cover.
I can see that. Niners are a good team. They're just not together. Saints Broncos. Broncos getting 6. Broncos are playing well. We kind of called the Broncos uptrend right when it started happening. Do you think it's more than what we thought? Do you think they could actually become what they should have been?
No, I think they're at
still
about
need a year?
Height of where they're at right now. I think they're not going to go much higher than this.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of good stuff coming back next year. I think next year.
Oh, next year.
Yeah.
They're a playoff team.
They could be a contender. I don't know about a playoff team. It'd be tough to make playoffs in the AFC right now.
I think they're a contender.
Raiders, Chargers looking better. Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, they can contend in the division next year. I'm not going to give it to them winning, though.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I have it 28-24 Saints. I want the Broncos to cover here. I think the Broncos have a good game. They could edge out a win. The Saints are playing really well right now. Mm-hmm. And they should have been playing this way all year.
I don't think the Broncos cover. I got the Saints winning at 27-20. My concern is, though, with the Saints is Hill going to be the Hill of last week, or is he going to get Kamara involved this week? Because Kamara looked like he was obsolete last week. They didn't even need him on the field.
They didn't need him.
Hill ran for 2 touchdowns himself.
That's right.
So is this going to be what they get the next couple of weeks till Breeze gets back?
I don't think Breeze needs to come back.
You don't think so?
Hill has been on that team for how long?
He
knows that system.
Second or third year.
I think 3.
He knows that system. He might not be as good, obviously, but I think he can more than handily take that offense and just continue running by like nothing happened. I don't think they're as good with him as Breeze, but I think they're 90% there.
He can run, though. That's what makes it.
That's what makes it good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got the Saints 27-23. I'm going to take Denver to cover.
Yeah, you both got Denver covering. I don't. I'm giving the points.
Yeah, it was recorded. Everybody knows.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure it's out there. That way, when I freaking win again this week,
win again.
I'm due for another one. Haven't I won one at least 1 week this year?
I don't think so.
I think we've all won one.
I've had to won at least once.
Maybe. If you want to just make them feel good and fuzzy
I don't think I ever really.
Everybody's a winner.
I never hit double digits.
I get my participation trophy, damn it.
I hit double digits. Alex has hit double digits.
I never hit double digits.
You haven't?
I haven't.
I thought you did 1 week.
Nope.
Oh, well, then you both suck.
What are you talking about? You went 3-10.
I can't laugh at this.
That was like 2 weeks ago. It was like 2 weeks ago.
So you hit double-digit losses. It's fine.
I'm going to be the first one to 100 wins.
I don't know about that.
I'm only 5 away.
You might not even get 5 wins this week.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to win one that neither one of you have by taking the Jets. Chiefs, Buccaneers.
Of all the games,
we're going to lose the Jets.
Let's go. Jets. Suck.
I will say, I've taken the Jets 2 out of 3 weeks, and I've won every one of those.
Not the points. Not
I
the
know
cover.
what I said.
Okay, that's the huge difference there. Before you just had to cover. This got flat out to win.
I understand there's a big target on me because I'm just so much better than everybody at this table. And I'm just gonna
I would say 2 games.
I still can't talk shit because we can.
What is the next game?
Chiefs, Buccaneers for the third time. Buccaneers are getting 3. It's a 56.5 over under. Apparently, just Vegas thinks all these games are going to be shootouts. Usually there's 1, maybe 2 games in the 50s. There's 5 this week.
Look at the teams, and the weather's probably nice, unlike the other weeks where it's been pretty bad.
Cold.
It's not windy.
Yeah, but it's cold.
Cold in Tampa?
I don't like to be outside when it's cold.
I don't,
it's
but
not
they do.
cold in Tampa.
It might be.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
well, I guess 65 is cold for Tampa.
For them guys, it's 65. I was out there with a pair of shorts and tank top on. Killing in our grill. Hey, y'all.
I think this is going to be a shootout. I don't think the Buccaneers can stop the Chiefs. I don't think they're as explosive as the Chiefs. I think they'll be slowly adding to their game throughout the whole game. By the end of the game, it's going to be pretty lopsided to the point where they'd have to score, onside kick it, score, and it's just not going to happen. 31-26 Chiefs. I think there's tons of points in this game. Probably going to see a little more Bell this week than you have the last couple of weeks because of that reason. I don't know if I necessarily want him in fantasy, but
honestly, I don't think he's going to do enough to make an impact on your fantasy team. I wouldn't start him.
The two best matchups in this game are Kelsey against Tampa's secondary and Godwin's Chiefs cornerback. Now, they might float. If they do that, then maybe not. Godwin will still have a game, but he potentially could get shadowed. And if that happens, he's going to torch him. But like I said, I don't think they're as explosive. So this game might be DFS gold.
Oh yeah,
you could probably double stack both sides of the ball. Could make an argument you could triple stack it as well.
I think Hill is going to have a good week, even though Kelsey's set up. Yeah, but he's playing mostly from the slot, and Sean Murphy Bunton's in the slot, and he hasn't been very good.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind Robinson though. In DFS.
Yeah, he's cheap.
I think he game cheap, and I think he's going to be valuable in this game.
Yeah, I can see that much better, especially because what's going to happen with Kelsey, if they try to man up on Kelsey, he's gonna run away in this game. That's why I like Kelsey this game. Now, if they try to float, which is basically mixing up coverage in the back end, then I can see someone going over the top, but they're not going to allow Tyreek Hill to be that guy.
He doesn't have to get over the top, though.
If they float, then it's going to be someone other than Kelsey or Hill. If they stay zone or man, then if they stay zone, Kelsey's going to have a day. If they stay man, Tyreek's going to have a day. They're going to do a little bit of both. I mean, everybody in this game gets some. But if I had to pick one for the Hail Mary throw, Robinson.
I have a 38-35 Chiefs covering.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I got the Chiefs winning at 35-31.
Oh, my goodness.
Buccaneers can't cover.
You both have
over under 2 punts in this game.
That's not a bad line. That's not a bad line. I'll take
the under.
Yeah, if you're taking the under, you got to take them points.
Give me 2.5. I'll take the over. Yeah, it's going to be a shootout. Because even if there's a 4th down, I bet you there's at least one.
As long as it's not inside their 30.
Fake punt or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Bears, Packers. Bears getting 9.
Sunday night game.
I just wish the Bears were.
No, I told you guys when they were 4-0, the Bears are the worst 4-0 team out there. Since then, they've gone 1-5
of those teams. Yeah.
So who's right? This guy. 1-5 since going 4-0. Yeah, damn right.
Hey, everybody, give a moment.
Thank you. I'm right about the crappy ass Bears.
They're starting Trubisky.
They are starting Trubisky, so I think they might cover.
Trubisky's not better.
He is better than Foles. Not by a lot.
He's not better,
but by a little bit.
But he's more aggressive. So Foles is a guy that'll try and make sure you win the game. And Trubisky
but they need a quarterback to win the game.
So they either win by a lot or they lose by a lot because they'll throw 9 picks.
Jameis.
That's something. They need something other than the 2 people they got. I thought Foles could be better. I'm starting to think it's the system. I'm starting to think their offensive system is just not NFL ready.
There's something with that offense, period. We've said before, Montgomery just can't get nothing going either.
They were at their best when Tariq Cohen was a vital part of that offense.
I don't know if they were at their best, but they were better. Not much. But I can't say they were at their best.
Every year since Matt Nagy's been there, they had a good year that first year, but after that, they just kept going down little by little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know the line was going to be 9, so I have the Bears to cover. I'm not excited about it.
Usually on a line that high,
I'm not going to overturn my original evaluation.
You're not going to overturn it? Even with Trubisky starting, that doesn't change anything for you?
That legitimately does nothing for me.
All right.
They both are terrible. I think Trubisky having time to sit down and have his second opportunity, he might be better just because he knows that he's about donezo if he looks bad. But that also could make him really cautious, which usually is what destroys quarterbacks.
Overthinking.
That's what destroys quarterback. Yeah. So I don't necessarily think it's good or bad at this point. I think the Packers are a good team, but they cover a lot of their problems. I don't necessarily think they're flawless. I think they're a really solid team that can fight through adversity, but they still have a lot of holes. A lot of holes on offense, a lot of holes on defense. They're kind of one-dimensional. They're just so damn good at it. Kind of like the Ravens in running the ball.
I would see the Packers picking up Stills since the Texans released them.
I like Lazard. Lazard has been a really good fantasy player before he got hurt. He gets hurt. A lot of people forgot about him. He's pretty cheap right now. I think moving forward, he's a solid wide receiver 2, or at least flex play, as long as he's in. The Packers running the ball is what makes their team so offensively good. I think the Bears have a good defense, but
not good enough.
Not good enough.
No.
I have a 28-20 Packers.
I got Green Bay 31, Bears 20. The Bears do not cover this week.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Packers to win 28-21, but I'm going to take the Bears to cover 9.
Yeah, this has happened a lot. I think Joe is going to either have a stellar week,
or he'll be in the toilet again,
or he's going to be really hurt. Because we kind of saw eye to eye quite a bit this week. I mean, not all the way. I took the Jets, but more often than not, Joe's kind of going out on his own limb here, trying to catch up.
Oh, and I will. I can.
Seahawks, Eagles. Eagles getting 5. There's another 50 over-under game. This one does not. Maybe it does. There's a lot of games that are just going to throw up a bunch of points.
Yeah, Monday night, Seahawks seem to be trending downwards right now.
They've been trending downwards since I said they weren't very good.
You say that their defense about every team.
Their defense just isn't great, but their offense is so dynamic that's why Seattle keeps winning. They have to throw up a lot of points, but
yeah, I don't think the Eagles can put up as many points as the Seahawks can, even with that bad defense.
Yeah,
the Eagles' offense isn't very good.
They can be
Wentz isn't
on a random week, but is this that week?
Wentz is just the next quarterback above Trubisky.
I think he's well more above
terrible.
Trubisky.
It's terrible.
Yeah, they're right about this.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, yeah. Taysom Hill is hand over fist better than both of those guys.
He's better than Trubisky.
Jake Luton showed me about what they are, and he was
not better than Wentz though.
Maybe not better than Wentz, but my point is they're not very good. The Seahawks defense has a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to move the ball.
Yeah.
If they don't, then these Eagles are done.
Yep.
I mean, they need so much. The Eagles need to go into a rebuilding period. They have a lot of really good pieces, but it's better to just tear down and build than it is to try to stay relevant while you're doing it.
Well, I think going into the season, it was different because they had all their players. So maybe now, yeah, but it's hard to say that if everybody comes back, hey, maybe we do, maybe we don't.
They're still
they're in a tough situation.
Key positions.
They definitely need to rotate some guys out.
Yeah, the best way to do that is to sell them and get some young capital in return. But I don't know. I have it 31-21 Seahawks. I think that's fair. I think DK has a big one over the top. This is a good game for him to do it.
I mean, of course, DK is going to have a better game. I mean, it's DK. I got Seattle 28-24. I think the Eagles, as hard as I am on them, I think they actually covered the points this week.
I think we need to start calling DK BK because he's a whopper.
All right.
He's a whopper. All right.
Sorry, that's all I could think about while you were talking.
You see, now
I was waiting for you to shut the hell up so I could say that.
Now I want to get DK Metcalf helmet and put a Whopper crown on it.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, after this one's going to be a DK helmet.
But I think the Seattle will win this game, definitely 34-27 out of them to cover that 5.